They're attacking! Enemies of the state, attack! Help! Help! Oh! Save us! We're losing ground! Do not forget me!
It's our turn. We're going to ruin somebody's day.
We're under fire!
Punish them.
Pretty banged up here. Where's the extraction point?
Make it worth my time.
We surrender. We're standing down. Hold your fire.
Who are they? They look so small from up here. Come back when you're ready for some more.
So hello and welcome to From the Depths. I wanted to show off my new ship. I may have went a little bit overboard when deciding to take out the Onyx watch. I figured armor-piercing shells were probably not enough. So we upgraded to the next best thing, a full-fledged battleship of sorts. I'm going to give you a little tour real quick, just so I can get that out of the way, while I try to think of other things to say. Down here we have the meeting room for all the great Chinese admirals. Repair bots and repair tentacles to, of course, repair this, because this is a vital part of the ship. Also where some more detection parts are strategically hidden. Down here we have guns, and below this we have guns. Over here we have another meeting room for the lesser officers. Not many chairs, because, well, if you're in a meeting, you're not doing fucking work, so... If we go to these stairs, we have the dining room for officers and, you know, special guests. A bar behind there. Over here is the laser room, where the defenses are met. These don't actually contribute to any laser firing weapons, just laser defense. Here is one of the massive turrets of the Huangdi. Just a massive fucking thing. It's pretty much capped to about 20 shots a minute. Not great, but that's a sustained fire. If I wanted to, I could set this to essentially any number I chose. It has virtually no cooldown. Now, if any one of these gets hit, this entire turret's gone. So, you know, very, very precious area. Very vulnerable, but this ship is more armored than most, which I'll show you later. More pictures of Huangdi. We have beds. These are guest rooms for officers and high members of society. The back of the ship has this too. Over here is a special guest of honor room with gambling and poles mounted on a table. You can probably figure out what those are. In here is the meeting room, or not the meeting room, but the worship room for our great Qin Shuhan. It's kind of culty. This is the second worship room. This one's more for speeches. So if you're an officer, you get up here, address your men. Hopefully your men, you know, don't kill you. Back here is the briefing room and education center. Basically, you just sit here, get briefings. You know, get ready for the day, basically. In here is the ammo room, the most vulnerable part of our ship, and just right under this giant turret. So if this goes, well, if this goes, that goes. So it's not a place you want to be when shit goes down. This is our engine room with batteries. We have two boilers. It's kind of weird. I set this room up to basically have automatic war power. So right now the engine is burning like 0.1 resource, or at 0.1 efficiency. And when we get into battle, it's supposed to kick up to 0.5, but in my experience, the engine just dies out. I don't know what's going on with the engine, but it's the only engine we have on board, besides the batteries. So, you know, unless we want to fuck around with fuel engines, which I really don't want to fuck around with fuel engines, this is probably what we're going to have for the rest of the Huangdi's lifetime. AI. Hidden below the decks. So, safe. This only has wood. It's protected by glass, but it's underneath the massive fucking pagoda. So if the enemy wants to have a crack at the AI, they're going to have to go through all these layers of wood and just shit. Unless they're willing to pen the side of the ship, which, if we phase through, is pretty fucking thick. So, yeah, AI is pretty safe. Another dining room for the lower members of society. Crew quarters. This is where all the crew sleeps, eats. Not a turret. And back here we have a picture of, you know, our patron saint, Qing Shi Huang. So, hopefully he protects us. But yeah, this is the Huangdi, our new capital ship. It's pretty fucking pricey. A third of a million resource. So it's not the cheapest ship. We had to scrap the entire Onyx fleet that we captured to basically build this, but I feel that it was a good investment. Yeah, that's the Huangdi. Right now I'm gonna go arm my my ships with EMP shells after a helpful person described EMP as a good way to counter enemy ships. I was looking through the Mongantai's arsenal along with our entire West fleet. Ironically enough, most of them are equipped with like old armor-piercing shells, basically AP caps and fragmentation behind it. Not great against armor, but with how slow the guns are to fire, I don't think upgrading to pure solid AP shells would be beneficial to us. So, what we're going to do today is pretty much more of the same. We're going to move north, try to wipe out the Onyx watch, and try to clear up some breathing room for us in the south. I am a little bit worried, because if we go to relationships, we're on the brink of war with the Lightning Hoods. Scarlet Dawn I don't care too much about because they're far away. But the Lightning Hoods, if we check on the map, are right here on our border with 150 strength fleets. So yeah, we're gonna move the Huangdi and West Fleet up, take out the rest of the watch. I'm a little bit worried that the West Fleet and Huangdi aren't gonna really cut it, because the watch did fuck us last time. So, yeah. I talked to one of the devs, or he talked to me actually, explained how the whole flight thing's gonna turn out, flight mechanics. And with the way flight mechanics work now, I don't think we're gonna have any air support for a while. At least not for the Onyx Watch campaign, or at least not late into it anyway. We're gonna have to pretty much rely on our ships, which is not the worst, but it's not ideal. Oh, to that one fellow who told me to try to fix my FPS, I found out that From the Depths does not actually register NVIDIA. It wants to default to a integrated graphics card, which is typically Intel, and Intel's kind of shit. So I've had to like fuck around, but we're on NVIDIA now. I've cleared up some of my memory and RAM, memory and CPU. So hopefully the game should run a little bit smoother, not too great. If there's anything that concerns optimization, I'd be willing to hear it. Huangdi opening up with a broadside. Lasers going off. Not sure if they're actually hitting any of the shells. Oh, it hit some, so that's good. It doesn't look like the Huangdi's done much, mostly because how low this is in the water. If it was a little bit higher up, the Huangdi would easily just punch through, but because it's so low, and because the guns have such a high muzzle velocity, they just kinda skimp right off the water when they're about to hit and then just bounce away. Doesn't seem to kill the enemy too fast, though, that said. Oh. No, that looked bad. Oh, okay, that's fine. So the Huangdi's turrets, all this wood here, all this wood on the Huangdi is just a facade. Underneath it is armor plating. So, even though it might look fragile, it's actually really heavily armored besides the upper part of the pagoda. To be honest, I want to capture more of these Onyx sailing ships. The only problem is that, because of the way they're built, if you hit them once, the entire thing has a tendency to blow up. Not too great, but I do enjoy the aesthetic of them. It's kind of like our sampans, except more traditional. Oh, the turning is so bad on this. Oh, never mind. We've killed it. Fuck. Ah well. At the very least, we've proven that the Huangdi's kind of viable as a combat ship. Yeah, it's my first time using a laser defense. I didn't know it was so taxing on the engine. If I knew, I might not have been so eager to use it. I'm not too really fond of them right now. It might be because I don't have enough on this ship. I have like four ranged in the middle of the boat. But from what I can tell, it's kind of hit and miss. And until I can optimize it, it's just ripping through my power. And that's not too great. I'm pretty sure I can make a more efficient engine too. There's a lot of things on this ship that can be improved, but right now this ship is essentially supposed to be a stopgap measure to beat the Onyx watch. 150. Oh no, that's not good. 19. What's over here? 152? Oh my god, why?
Moving out.
Why are these two tiles 150? They're not even... 14 here too. Avalanche outpost. And Onyx watch collectors. Oh yeah, we're not going to do the 150. I'd rather not do the 150. So, these are EMP shells flying in. Well, I call them EMP shells, they're more like missiles. I could have changed the shells to EMP, but I feel like it would... Why are you firing over there? Oh, you stupid fucks. You don't even have the range. I need to set the firing system on the Laos class ships, because they like to fire even when they're not in range. So much wasted ammo. Oh my god, these houses are really nice. Also, that's why we're missing so much, because this one's actually pretty sheltered inside the place. Oh my god, yeah, I'd never hit any of these houses in a lifetime. They are pretty well entrenched behind the mountainside. There we go. Not the best way we could have finished the battle, but I mean, we would have never killed these houses. 17th exploration team. Let's see. A behemoth and a buttress. Okay. I hate the dark in this game. It's like so fucking dark. I can't see anything. Well, at least my ship's kind of lit up, I guess. I kind of like the snowy aesthetic. It's nice. Doesn't really fit in well with my pagoda ships, but I like the snowy aesthetic. I said I wasn't going to capture none of these ships, but I've changed my mind. These ships cannot... The Huangdi cannot sink this enemy ship fast enough for me to actually move on with my life. There we go. Didn't want to capture these ships, but hey, we got them. Time to see if these EMP shells are worth anything. And here come the EMP shells. Let's see how they do. I think they just wiped out the AI. Oh yeah, they killed the AI one hit. Man, these EMP shells are good. Fuck me. Oh, one dude. Jesus Christ, he wasn't mine. More EMP shells. Oh, it's already dead. Oh fuck. Okay, this was a pretty quick battle. Relatively speaking. I don't like spawning in default ships, but I really don't want to jerry-rig something right now. We'll just have it in use as long as the resource zone stays around, then we can get rid of it. I don't even know what it looks like. Oh, that's a pretty ship. Oh, I want to capture that. That actually looks really good. Oh, the Huangdi! It killed engines. Oh, that is really good. Okay, that is wonderful. Did we capture it? Oh yes, it's ours. Oh no, it's not. It's being shelled. Fuck. Where's the AI in this thing? I want it. I'm not sure if I want it. It kind of looks like a shitty ship, but I need to get rid of it somehow. Oh god! Okay. Okay. Oh no. What happened? Oh god, why is the ship listed? Oh god, what's going on? Why? Oh, you've run aground. That makes sense. Okay, I really need to install, like, more propellers in this thing. It's so ungodly slow. If anything, I do enjoy how my armor-piercing shells are just cutting through this thing. Oh, are you fucking kidding me? Stop. I wanted to capture you, you fuck. That's in space. Okay, everything's in space. Okay. Thank you. Oh god, what? There we go. Oh, that took way too long. Jesus Christ. What's wrong with our ship? Oh. Oh no, what's wrong with our bombers? They refuse to fly even here. I've just learned to accept that everything will go wrong. Whether it's OBS or this game. That's not... Okay. That's... Alright. That's perfectly fine. Not the way I would have liked to finish the battle, again, but hey, sometimes shit happens. So, in case you didn't know, sometimes I record in 2 parts. Makes things easier on me. You know, just take a record, take a nap, then take another record, and everything's just fine and dandy. Going to launch our final assault on Onyx Watch. Gonna bring our planes along too, just to capture this enemy fortress. Oh man. Oh man. Already we're just getting assaulted on all sides. Oh no, this base has laser defense too. I'm not even sure if it's taking any damage. Taking a bit of damage to the pagoda. Not too concerned. Wondering how much it's actually penned their armor. It's pretty much destroyed one of the guest rooms. Unfortunate. Yeah, the Huangdi is not having the best of times right now. It's doing quite a bit of damage to the Onyx Watch throne, so that's good. Yeah, its entire front bit is just shredded right now. Oh my god. It's actually gone straight through. Oh, that is pretty nasty. That is really nasty. It seems that our plane has kamikazed into the Onyx Watch fortress, from what I can tell. Oh, it's actually gone underneath it. And okay. Okay, that's particularly odd. There we go. The oil barons of the Onyx Watch have long lorded over the West. The Onyx Watch's ending is actually kinda disappointing compared to the other endings for the other factions. Only... What? Oh man. The Onyx Watch is launching a counterattack already, shit. I thought this was going to be a simple in and out operation, but I guess not. Not too concerned about sailing ships. They have pretty crazy broadsides, but as long as you can land the hit, which we can do, it pretty much sets off a chain reaction that wipes them out. If the Huangdi can punch through Onyx Watch castle ships, these small galleons are pretty much just gone. They just absolutely overpen the armor. And when you have like so many components like this all lined up, you're just asking for trouble. Oh jeez. Oh no. Oh no. No, no, no. We're at war with the lightning hoods now. Oh, no, that's bad. That's really bad. I'm surprised at how effective the West Fleet is now. They've already destroyed an enemy ship right off the bat, which is pretty surprising, given their previous record. Yeah, the West Fleet's gotten to be something actually pretty decent. Just change a few shells around, and suddenly they become one of the most competent fleets in our group. Well, now we have several bases gathering resources, and our navy is expanding. I'm a little bit concerned we're at war with the lightning hoods now, but we'll figure something out. Oh, this is the new sailing ship production area. Basically, this is the place that produces all the sailing ships, so we might keep that around, just to have something nice for our fleet. So, before we go, we're going to tend to a few things with Huangdi. Mostly removing its laser systems, because those are absolutely fucking worthless. Yeah, the lasers are nice, but I feel like they're not worth it for how much power they kill on the engine. We'll figure out a new use for this laser room, but yeah. Our new Huangdi, even though it is powerful, I feel like it's a ship built to counter other ships. It's not necessarily a good ship in its own right. I'm pretty sure we can use this to some effect against the white flares and maybe even the steel striders, but I'm a little bit concerned that the Huangdi might outlive its usefulness. I do think we're going to have to abandon aircraft soon, because our aircraft just aren't doing it anymore. They were essential at the Deep Water Guard campaign, but in the Onyx Watch campaign, I feel like after the patches and given the conditions surrounding them, we might not be able to use our bombers anymore. Yeah, we're in a pretty good place right now. I feel like we have a lot of resources, we have a lot of room to play around. We also have a lot of enemies, but I mean, with the way our fleet's working out, I think we should be able to take them on just fine. But yeah, I'll leave it at that. So, thank you for watching, and hope you take care.